Um. Oh, child, this is a lot. Azelia Banks, I couldn't even keep up with this. Azelia Banks and Julia Fox was getting into it. I didn't even know that these women knew each other. I had no idea that these two women knew each other. So apparently, I'm not going to throw up the text here because it just gets so messy. Um, I'm trying to find where it happened. Okay, so here it is. I can show you guys this. So Julia Fox puts up a tweet about, her basic about the blogs or the tabloids saying that Julia Fox was crying because Kanye West dumped her, right? So Julia Fox writes, y'all would love it if I was so upset. The media would love to paint a picture of me as a sad and lonely woman crying on a plane by myself. It's not true. Why not see me for what I am, which is a number one hustler? I came up, y'all, LOL. And not only that, but Kanye and I are on good terms. I have love for him, but I wasn't in love with that man. Jesus Christ. What do you guys think I am, 12 years old? She also responded to a report claiming she was seen crying at an airport over the split. And for the record, the only time I cried in 2022 was February 6th on my dead BFF's birthday. Anyway, if you want the full tea, you're going to have to buy the book when it comes out. So Julia Fox is allegedly writing a book on her experience with Kanye West. She's some tea. She's some tea. But I feel like maybe Kanye wanted, I don't know. She's like, I came up and this, I don't know. This feels like very contrived. Like this feels like he's telling her to say this stuff. Like, make this a moment. Cause you got to think he has this documentary coming out. Donda's coming out. Like, I feel like Kanye kind of is doing all of this for press for his Donda 2 album. And she's a part of the rollout. Okay. All of this to me, why would you have a woman that's just so open about talking about how she came up and she's writing a book? That all seems a bit bizarre to me. But anyway, Azelia Banks responds, we already know the tea, Fulia. You came to Miami looking for blank work. You know what blank work is. It starts with flex. Well, no, it rhymes with flex and starts with set. Okay, blank work. Okay, same lawyer was in contact with Ye and it was a weak PR stunt from the jump. What did you hustle from him? A bag and from Lucian's? You absolutely did not come up because of this. How women who always date billionaires behave when ish goes south. Threatening tell all books. You can kiss your days as a low rate escort goodbye, sis. And then she writes, the things you have made public in regards to your blank abuse, blank, he probably had no clue about in the beginning, are not what he needs to be associated with. Julia, she was a heavy addict. She was using a lot of drugs, popping pills, mollies, and even shooting up. Okay. Ooh, she was doing the tying up, and then she was doing a lot of that. Let me continue reading. Are not what he needs to be associated with in any custody battle that may arise in court during divorce proceedings. You're a liability, sis. The fact that you thought he picked you over his children just reeks of entitlement, a lack of any real motherly instinct, and proves that you are in fact a woman, child. We won't be purchasing your book. I wouldn't write it if I were you. It'll make you look racist and bitter. You are not on Karen Steffen's level of legendary. You've already told your secret, sis. It's over. Okay? So then Julia claps back. Okay? And she says, I'm open about my issues with addiction because I wanted to destigmatize it. Not all addicts are junkies. That is a horrible thing to say. It's a real blank disease. And I've also been open about my recovery journey. Nobody wants to mention that, right? If this troll says one more thing about my parenting or my son, I was too nice to her because I felt sorry for her. But now I realize there's a reason why she spends all the holidays alone. Nobody wants that energy, sis. So then she started to proceed to drop receipts. Let me get the tea. And Azelia Banks was asking her. This is what Azelia Banks would text Julia. Julia, who sells Smiley and perks in New York? So she was looking for the Percocets and the Molly. Azelia Banks. Julia responds, hi, love. Sorry, I was sleeping. Let me ask around because I deleted all the dealers from my phone when my sis OD'd. These are billionaires talking. And then Julia says, so it has come to my attention that this troll keeps calling me a junkie. Sis, do you recall when you were at Azelia Banks, when you were asking me where to find the Mollies and the Percocets? And then she goes and continues with the receipts where Azelia Banks says, let's go out and pull paparazzi shots, Julia. Do you know any paparazzis? I found some leads. Julia says, I'm such a junkie and I'm gross, but here she is asking to get papped with me and then also asking me for a hotel plug. So here's some more receipts where Azelia Banks is asking for free lodge. Yo, this lady at the Edition is just not effing with me. I need a discounted suite because I'm about to shoot a video this weekend and my wardrobe is taking over this tiny room. I'm like super overwhelmed. Julia responds, hi, love. I'm going to ask around, maybe the public or freehand. Let me ask my plugs. And then Azelia Banks texts back, anywhere with the suite so I can get glam for the video. Okay. And then she says, there's so much more I can post. And then Azelia Banks says, do you think the Edition will comp my stay if I promote it? Because I don't have any money. Well, I added that part, but long story short, Azelia Banks ain't had no money. She was looking for freebies. She was looking for free hotels, perks, Molly, and Percocets, and whatever. Then Azelia Banks doubles back and says, okay, you want to post that? That's why your baby is a crack baby. Wow. She literally called Azelia Banks, said this woman is a crack baby. Okay. And then Azelia Banks did the unthinkable, and I will not be posting that. She posted a picture, and you guys can go find it. It's all over the blogs, of Julia. I don't know if this is real or this is an old picture, but she posted a picture of Julia shooting up a needle in her arm. And you know what kind of needle I'm talking about. I'm not talking about an annual blood test. I mean, she was shooting up that good. I don't know how good it is because, baby, listen, I'm scared. I don't even like tattoos. I would never shoot nothing up my arm. I'm not a shoot up kind of person. I don't even like to go get blood work done. I be in there like, oh, God. I be in there passing out before. They come to put the needle by me. I done passed out. They just, sir, and every 5 seconds, sir, are you okay? Sir, are you okay? Before they even get to, I'm just passing out. They're like, sir, you're going to have to relax. And I try to relax. I'm not the type. You bring a needle by me, I'm going to die. Let alone injecting. No. So, but Julia, Julia was injecting. It was a lot going on. I had no idea these two women knew each other. You never know who's in people's phones. You never know how far the degrees of separation really are. You know what I mean? So the fact that these two women, I mean, to be honest with you, I feel like we're not getting all the tea because I feel like they was getting high together. So why expose one another when y'all was getting high together? I can't stand a person that get high and then want to try to expose me for getting high. How you going to expose me when we was you only know I get high because you was getting high with me. mean, if it's that deep, you really don't try to expose me for getting high, because you was with it. You was texting me, asking me where the get high was. Now, everybody don't know what a drug man is. Nobody know what a connect is at. Julia talking about she threw away the connect after her sister OD'd, and Azelia Banks talking about she had it wasn't for her. Well, y'all two big high-profile people. Why are y'all communicating? Y'all should have your assistants doing the communication. No, because y'all was popping the mollies and doing the perks, and you, Julia, you been hitting it. Azelia knew you was hitting it. She knew that you still had to plug. Azelia crazy, chopping her head off, choking chickens, and burying cats, and eating rats, collecting skull heads. She's with it too. Azelia Banks is problematic, crazy, desperate, and never gonna happen. She's miserable and she's bitter. Julia never responded to her and gave her the connect for the Molly or the Percocets. So now every chance that Azelia Banks gets, she is going to drag Julia. Julia says she's writing a book on Kanye West. I don't know what kind of contract she signed with Kanye West. Perhaps now this starts to feel like a ploy to try to make Kim Kardashian mad on Kanye West. Let me get this skinny white woman, dress her up in Balenciaga, make her look like Batman, Superman out of 2050, and then have her going like she's doing a tell-all book and speaking out. Then maybe Kim will get mad. It didn't work. Nobody gave a damn, and nobody cared about this porcelain princess. The clothes didn't look right on her. So now she's cut. Now she done been sent off back to where she came from. And here we find out she had a son. This whole time, we thinking this woman ain't got no kid. Julia been nasty. Been nasty for a long time. So it is what it is. I don't feel bad for either one of them. She's a joke and she's a joke, and they had a drug transaction go wrong, and now they both upset with each other. They was both doing the get high, and it went left. Julia been nasty and Azelia been crazy. Tomato, tomato. See you tomorrow. Okay? All right, let's keep it moving. Speaking of being nasty and been nasty,